He holds it in his mitt-like left hand, and still he says nothing. He shakes it, and fluorescent snow falls on pink palm fronds against an azure sky, the lurid hue of a Miami nightmare. A souvenir not of Florida, but of another life. Flotsam from a memory of a wife, a child, a family trip. Another desktop memento, along with the school portrait of Opal, age 5, near some drawings she made when she was alive.
"It's snow in Florida?"
Block finally asks with blank curiosity. What?
"You got this with the snow on the palm trees in there," he says. "I don't think you get snow down there. In Miami. I don't think."
Phil.
"It's not right."
Phil, I start again, and Block, mistaking my tone for something more benign, at long last sits in the upholstered armchair, which gives off a plaintive breath beneath him. Sitting there with the snow globe in his hand, he makes a sweeping motion, as if to dispel the poisonous miasma he imagines in the air between us. Truth is, I have not spent a lot of time missing him, much less sticking pointed pins into a voodoo fill. I have hardly thought about him at all since that day 2 Septembers ago when I sat in his office, trying hard not to laugh as he assumed a fatherly demeanor with me, or tried to, and went on about how he was doing me a favor if I would just think about it, God damn it. I knew it was not his idea, but I let him pretend. I let him tell me what I needed.
"What you need," Block told me then, "is to just think about it, God damn it. Is to get some air, just air yourself out."
He was my doctor, writing me a prescription to this place. The Appeals Bureau. Appeals! This 9th floor backwater bureau where you never see a jury, never see a defendant, never see a judge. Where no one shouts, no one sweats. Where the men wear glasses and women long skirts, their nylon thighs hissing as they pace the quiet library stacks. Here you can shut your door and hunch over your computer and type and smoke 'em if you got 'em, and leave at 5 on the nose without seeing anybody all day. Or, more important, without letting a killer go free. Which is how you got here. For air. I have not thought about Block since then, except in those comic moments when he saw me in a hallway or a nearby street and would have sold his immortal soul to disappear. Mostly what I have seen of Phil these past 18 months has been his pantomime eye-widening at 50 yards, his double takes, his flinging of himself bodily into women's shoe stores or broom closets or offices of people he does not even know, so afraid he was that I might walk over and say, "Boo." At those moments, Block seemed more afraid of a routine hallway encounter than he ever had of losing his office to me. Before I decamped here, safely out of Block's way in Appeals, that nightmare image must have featured regularly in his Cranford, New Jersey bedroom. Andrew Giobberti returning to reclaim his once and future office in the Homicide Bureau, carrying a cardboard box containing law books, a stapler, coffee-stained papers, a snow globe, photographs, drawings, and a pencil holder made from a soup can and construction paper. Block's abiding fear that I would stencil my unpronounceable name on his frosted glass door and would again be his boss and not he mine, like it was before everything changed, was nothing next to the terror of a simple morning hello. So I understand what it means for Block to have come up here. That is why I remain patient. That is how I know he wants something, and that it was not his idea to walk up 5 flights to see me. And yet Phil Block, his face white with discomfort, his skin dewy from the steam radiator knocking away in the corner, is so evidently pained when he tells me,
"I'm not going to apologize,"
that I take it as an apology anyway. But I cannot resist asking, "Apologize for what, Phil?"
"Well, you know, that,"
he says, again sweeping his hand to indicate my office, Appeals, and what landed me here.
"This."
I thought I needed to air out, I say, sounding more sarcastic than I intend.
"Look, you didn't hear this from me,"
Block says, taking a backward